You want a story so you can steal it? Give it to
Yes,
somebody?
always.
All right. So, the Talmud tells the story of Honi the Circle Maker. Anybody know Honi the Circle Maker?
No.
Okay.
I can't say that I do.
You don't? Okay. He was a real guy. He lived in first century Jerusalem, and his house is a shrine today. There's at least where his house hut was at, there's a supposedly. So the story is, as we know, that there's a rainy season in Jerusalem, and they need rain every year in the rainy season for the crops and for the water that they're going to use all year long. And what happened one year was the rainy season came and went, and there was no rain. And people didn't know what to do. And so they did what most people do, and what we are guilty many times of doing. They did everything they needed to do. And when that didn't work, they decided to go see Honi, because he seemed to have a prayer connection with God. And that's the way we do things today sometimes. We'll exhaust all of our means, and then, maybe God can help. So they go to see Honi, and he tells them that he will ask God. And so he prays. And he prays in a way that is very bold and very straightforward, not anything like what they'd ever heard. And he says, God, I call on you to honor your word. You tell us that if your people need something to ask, and we're asking them. So God delivered this rain. And they were astonished that he would speak that boldly to God, but he did. And nothing happened. And so Honi took a stick, and he drew a circle in the dirt, and he stepped inside the circle, and he said, God, I will not leave this circle until you give rain to your people. And the people were shocked. They thought, how in the world can he do this? Somebody talking to God like that, it just didn't make sense. But it began to rain. But it was a slow, light, misty rain. And the people were so excited because they were finally getting rain. And Honi said, no, God, no. This is not what I asked you to do. I asked you for a rain that would fill cisterns, a rain that would enable your people to plant crops. And the people thought, what is he doing? But then it began to rain. And not just a little, but a lot. As we say in the South, the bottom fell out of it. It was coming a torrential rain. And the people were ecstatic. But not Honi. He's still standing there in the circle. He says, no, God. I did not ask you to bring a rain that was a curse to your people, that would flood out their fields, but a rain that would bless them, that would benefit them. And the people were astonished that anybody would talk to God like that. The rain tapered off to a sure and steady rain. Now that's the story of Honi the Circle Maker. You think, what in the world has that got to do with anything? Well, here's what I challenge you to do. Between tonight and the next time we get together, if the Lord wills, pray in a way that shocks people. Not disrespectfully, but pray in a way that you claim the promises of God in His Word. Pray in a way that people will say, how in the world can he do that? Can she do that? You pray that way. Why? Because we believe what God said. We take Him at His word. And we pray with a boldness and with a confidence that God will deliver His promises. Pray like Honi the Circle Maker. Who knows? God may just do something great through you. And as you go about doing that, what are you going to remember? That I love you. That I believe in you. That I take this list and I pray for each of you by your name. Every week, multiple times. As you go about doing that, you remember all of that. I cannot wait to see what God is going to do through you. God bless you. Have a good night. And again, don't get used to getting out early.